Hello, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today, I'm in my studio and I am making some cards to go in some envelopes that I'm sending out to my team. Every month, my team, we have prizes for different things. We have a creative share, we have door prizes for team meetings, we have business challenges. And so once a month, I tend to be sending out prizes and stuff. And so today I'm making cards, and I thought I'd like to share with you the cards that I'm making. They are pretty simple, and I think they are great, would be great if you're trying to cheer some people up during our quarantine right now. So, and also I kind of wanted to teach a technique, and this technique I'll call coloring with sponge daubers. And what I love about this technique is it is not hard, it is not precise, and anyone can do it. And so I hope you'll appreciate it. Here's my little card that I'm going to show you how to make. And we're going to be using a new stamp set that we have that just came out called Ornate. Let me tilt this the right way, bring it into the camera. It's called Ornate Style. And we're also using another stamp set called Label Me Bold, and I cannot get this in the screen. One thing I love about this Label Me Bold stamp set is you can see down here my little greeting. It's hello, and it's bolded. And so you could make this card for whatever occasion you wanted to. You just pick the greeting. I think hello is just the perfect greeting for these little note cards, because you can send this out to anyone, but change the greeting up for whatever you like. But this is just kind of the fun and easy way to add a greeting to the card, and with not too much fuss. So let me switch cameras, and I'm going to show you how to color with sponge daubers. All right, here are my cards. I've already made a few. And don't they look beautiful together? I just love how they turned out. Each one's a little different because the way the sponge daubering goes on. It's not precise, so you'll see it comes out of the lines a little bit. But that's the look that I want. I don't want a very precise look. I could use many different coloring mediums, but this one's kind of a fun one. And I think this is also one that maybe your kids could do. So I'll show you this card just one more time. If you're looking to do this technique with a stamp set, you want to go with something that has a kind of large images to color. If you need to color anything precise, this is not the coloring technique. But with these blossoms, these bigger ones, they're probably about 1.5 inches across. This one's maybe 1.25 inches. And these smaller ones are about maybe 1/2 inch. That kind of size of image works best for this technique. So it's perfect for this particular stamp. So let me show you how I did this. So first of all, you'll want a package of note cards and envelopes. And these are great because you don't need any other cardstock for these cards, and you've got matching envelopes to go with it right away. So if you're looking for a quick craft kit to put together, get a package of these. They're already scored in the middle. Can you see that? They've got the score mark already in the middle. And to start off with, I am not going to fold this because even once it's folded, sometimes it lifts up just a little bit. So it's nice to have it nice and flat while you're working on your piece. So I'll do that. I've got my stamp, and this I've got mounted on an E block. These blocks, you just reuse them. So our stamp sets now come like, they're actually come in two different ways, but both of these stamp sets both have the rubber, and so they're cling mount. So once I'm done with the stamp, I just put them back into the case, and you just keep remounting them. This is a great improvement over wood mount, because wood mount you would have to keep all your wood mount stamps, and you can just imagine how much extra space that would have taken up. Now our little stamp cases are just like the size of an old DVD case, if you know what that is. So they're very easy, and they've got the images, tiny images on the spine. So I just love to be able to do that. Let me set those aside. Okay, so we're going to start off with Early Espresso ink. We're going to start off with Early Espresso because it's a little lighter than black. So we're just going to use this beautiful rich brown ink, and I'm inking this up. And I'm going to, this is pretty much centered on my block, but I want it to be a little to the right and a little to the top. So I'm using my block as a guide to keep this to the right and to the top. And once I like where it's going, I'm just going to stamp down right on to my card. And there is the image. It's beautiful blossoms. And then I'm going to take the little hello from the Label Me Bold stamp set. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. You want to make sure that it's got enough ink on it. When it looks nice and bold, you're just going to line it up down here at the bottom and just stamp it down there. So pretty easy peasy so far. So now we're going to start coloring, and I've got my different colors of ink. Let me tell you what they are. I've got Balmy Blue, Crushed Curry, Terracotta Tile, and Old Olive. And then I've got these little Sponge Daubers, and I use one Sponge Dauber per color. And after I have used one per color, I actually label my little Sponge Daubers, so I'll only use it with that one color. That way I don't muddy my ink pads. Sponge Daubers come in a little package like this. This is what they start off with. You get 5 of them in a package, and they're like a little thimble. They fit on the end of your finger. They're great for sponging edges too, but I sometimes like to color with them. So we'll start off with the Balmy Blue. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Oh, and it would be good. I'm just going to grab like a scrap piece of paper. So after you've tap, 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 tap it on some cardstock to see how dark it is. That's not too bad. So I can go ahead and just start by coloring each of the smaller flowers. I'm going to do them all in the Balmy Blue. And just kind of do a little swirl and create kind of a round shape. And it doesn't matter if you go outside the edges, and it doesn't matter if you overlap a different flower, because we're going to blend all of those together afterwards. So that's the first step. Then we'll take Crushed Curry, and we're going to do these upper 2 flowers. So with this one, I'm going to come in from the outside and push the color towards the inside. And just work that around. We'll do that again. Notice I didn't daub off, but you can always test your color to see how dark it is. I know my terracotta tile is especially dark, so I want to make sure that I sponge off. So there are the yellow flowers, and now terracotta tile is kind of it's an orange color, but not a full orange. It's pretty dark, so want to daub some of that off, and we'll do these bottom flowers. And just pushing the colors in, just looking for where the outer petals are, and then just pushing that color towards the center. And then once I get to the center, I can deepen the center color a bit. Let's do that again with this flower here. Just do 3 colors for the flowers. You can pick your favorite colors too. You don't have to use my colors, but I like the look of yellow and orange with blue, so that looks pretty good. Now last to color, we're going to do the leaves. And for the leaves, I found that using the edge of the Sponge Dauber a little bit more than the top part allows me to have a little bit more control, but still my old olive isn't very inky, so I don't need to daub off. So I'm just kind of coming in a little bit on the edge just to have a little bit more control over my coloring. So I'll just kind of come around. And keep coming. And remember, it's okay to go outside the lines with this. This is not a precise coloring technique. In fact, it's good if you go a little bit outside the lines because, you know, that's kind of what this coloring technique, it's a little bit sloppy, but I really like the way it looks afterwards. Okay, so just make sure you don't have any white spaces left where you don't want a white space. You can touch things up, like I noticed right here, that flower needs to go that way a little bit, and my flower up top here could use just a little bit more blue. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now, I wanted to do one more thing to kind of finish this off, and I can't do that with a sponge dauber because it's not precise enough. So I'm going to use a blender pen, and this blender pen has clear fluid on the inside, so we can pick up ink from the lid of any of these. So let me close this Crush Curry ink pad for a second, and I'm going to just, let's see, the bottom. You want to flip this over to the bottom and use the heel of your hand while standing up and press down on the ink pad, and that should create a little bit of a pool of ink on the inside. And then what you're going to do is use your blender pen and the ink and just daub on to the centers of the flowers. Not daub, use your blender pen tip to just add just a little bit of color to the center. That just kind of anchors the flowers just a little bit. And then you can also do the centers of these bigger yellow flowers. Like that. And then this flower also has a center, so I'll just deepen it a little bit with the yellow, like that. So once you have all your coloring done, you'll want to fold this along the score line. You can take a bone folder or just smooth it out with your hand if you don't have a bone folder. And then you can turn this around, and there is the finished card. Now, to finish this off, I also created an envelope. I just stamped on the envelope. Let me show you how to do that. So, of course, these note cards and envelopes come pre-packaged with envelopes, and they are fully mailable by US Post, so don't worry. Even though they might be a little smaller than a normal size card, they can still be mailed by US Post. So I'm going to take this flower, also from the Ornate Style stamp set, and I'll grab some chocolate chip ink again, and I'm going to just stamp this flower down here on the side. The nice thing, I got a little bit on my work surface, let me smooth that off. The nice thing about this is you have your return address up here and your other address here. So even though this might look a little awkward here over on the side, once you put your address on here, it's going to look great. So we'll start off with some crushed curry again, and I'm just going to bring this from the outside in, pushing that color into the center. And then I'll take a little bit of Old Olive and just hit that leaf just a little bit. Okay. And then we'll bring in, okay, I have lost I have absolutely lost my little blender pen. It has gone missing. Oh, there it is. It rolled back to the back of the Beyond thing, and it just was right next to something else that was black. All right, that just, sometimes things disappear right in front of your eye. So I'll just take a little bit of this crushed curry in the blender pen and just pick up some color and just fill that in just a little bit, just to deepen it. And that will anchor kind of the flower center. So then you have an idea of, you know, what you're going to find on the inside of the card with the little flower on the front. So isn't that kind of cute how that matches together? So let me come back over here. So I really hope you like this card. If you like the stamp sets in this card and you would like to get them, just go down below in the link of this video or in the description of this video, and you'll find a link to this blog post. And all the supplies that I used today will be found down there, and then you can get what you need. Card sending right now is awesome because we can reach out to people that we couldn't see right now. So make some cards for someone. It doesn't have to be difficult. They can be as easy as just a simple one layer card like this, and reach out and brighten someone's day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back later this week with some more videos. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.